I tried to catch the bank before it closed. It did, and that's okay. I have to meet the contractor in a little while, but I do have a few minutes to talk to you. Now, I did watch Belle Collective. I enjoyed Selena. We were introduced to her fiance, Mike. They were making wedding plans, but not too much because she was pretty much consumed by the troubling relationship between her daughters, who are also JJ's daughters. They are not speaking. He is married to Soguchi, who is also Sophia, who is also Shantae. They're having a problem with her, so therefore their dad is not speaking to them. And we know that will change. I mean, the holidays are coming up. All it takes is effort on both sides. As Selena said, she cannot do this by herself, and neither can her girls, who are grown. And I know one is married with a baby, and I think the other twin, Sky, has had a baby now too, so they're having a growing family. Sanjay is doing great things in real estate. I know this because I'm always online. So he needs to get back in the lives of his daughters. They still need him. Now, Aisha is friends with Soguchi, and I really didn't like it that she wasn't pleased that Latrese brought their mom to the picnic. That would be Selena instead of her husband Cliff. And she said if Shantae, Sophia Soguchi had come, then basically Selena wouldn't be welcome. Then maybe they're gonna have to like FaceTime or something. And I didn't like that because if Selena is now on the show, Selena will be showing up. She is featured on the show, friend or not. She's at the beginning. She has a bad blue dress on, and they have her name out front. So she is a character on the show. So she can be wherever she wants to be. But I like how she said, that's fine. And here it is. Aisha grew up with Selena. Now, she didn't mention that they were friends, but she said they were in elementary together. But I think it comes down to money. And we know that Gucci allegedly, has more money. Plus, she's married to JJ, who's a great support to her. According to Soguchi, they're a support to each other. And Aisha is looking forward to Sophia. I'm just going to call her name, Sophia or Soguchi or Shantae, whatever. She's interested in sharing a space with her for business. Now, that would cause somebody, to want to be on your side. I get it. But don't think that, Selena is like broke because she's doing her own thing too. Speaking of not being broke, I am very happy with what Latrese is doing. She says it's hers. I can tell Cliff is helping her out a great deal. It's funny that he's ordered some palm trees to put in the backyard. I hope they can deal with the weather in Mississippi. I don't know if it's the same as in California and Florida and other places where you see natural palm trees. But Cliff, I don't know if that's a good look for you, whether you're pretending or not to be a male chauvinist and saying these wild things to Latrese on camera, because it'll make some really handsome young guy with money come after her, and she doesn't have any kids with you. She's still very young. She loves you because she's with you, but I don't know what her values and morals are. Some people, they'll walk away. Mississippi girls can be pretty loyal, just like Arkansas girls. So I hope she's one of those good girls, because you're not looking like a nice guy still for her, Cliff. And so that's not cool. And when Lakisha was crying because Marie wouldn't speak to Latrese, and this was at the picnic, the birthday party, the fish fry that Aisha was having for her husband, and her best friend Shamika was there, and the husband did the fish fry, excuse me. I don't know why it was that deep, but I couldn't help but to think that perhaps Latrese was in her feelings. That would be Lakisha was in her feelings because the show is dependent upon these girls having a relationship in order to interact with each other. We see what happened to Nene and other people who cannot interact with the group. You're on your way out the door, and sometimes permanently, sometimes you're not coming back. So even though Marie got these great businesses, her own money, if she doesn't want to be on the show any longer because she can't speak to Tamara, she can't speak to Latrese, but she can be nice to Selena, who just joined the show, said, oh, I knew her a long time ago. She's so sweet. But you need to be kind, or at least be able to interact on a fake level and talk behind their back, and then make it interesting and say some of those things in their face so we can watch the show and enjoy it. So, Marie, get in there. And I understand, your sister is sick. At least that will be shown next week. So, things are going on. Allegedly, your family having issues with you. But like I said last week, I don't think that's true. I think that's a storyline because you hire your family to work in your businesses. And I think that's great how successful you really are. And that is what stood out to me in this episode. JJ is still being crazy. He brings over toys that were not kind toys. They were toys that no one really should purchase unless that's your thing. In order to give them to Aisha when her lights went out, and he and his wife Sophia's supposed to be over there putting together the kids' clothes and cleaning out the refrigerator. And they should have brought McDonald's or something for the kids to eat rather than coming over there hungry and eating up Aisha's food. And he got these toys for she and her husband to share in the bedroom, and they don't even need that. But her husband troubles me. Willie, and sometimes when they're away, we know that they will play because they're respectful and you better never find out, or they won't deal with that person that they're dealing with anymore. So it would not shock me that Willie has done or is doing something allegedly when he's away from his wife, because why would you say on camera she's not putting it out? She's not doing what she's supposed to be doing, when she said, hey, I just, took care of you this morning. I got on the horse last night, something like that. So the point is they did engage in marital feelings the night before. So he didn't have to say that. And it's like, who are you saying that for? Who are you saying that to? Okay? If you wanted a younger woman, you could have been with a younger woman, but you wanted a successful, driven woman who wants to accomplish things and probably, had her own money. So, because you're a retired football player now. And I didn't like Glenn, sort of attacking Willie when he was talking to his wife, Lakisha, saying that, he's acting uppity. Where did that come from? Even Lakisha said, how did we get here? So, Glenn, are you going to be friends with Willie, or are you going to be fake and phony because you're envious of him? Friends can sometimes not hate each other or be overwhelmingly jealous of each other, but there could be some envy for whatever reason. Glenn even added, oh, and he has 3 rings, from playing sports. Well, that stood out for me. And I am looking forward to more next week. And yes, Aisha is going through what I'm going through. My arm is still, sort of sore. It was hurting really bad not too long ago. I felt like I was having heart palpitations. My head was hurting, so I thought I was having a stroke. I do have high blood pressure, so I thought all of that was just linked together, and I just needed to rest. But I was like, hey, listening to Aisha, I'm like, she's helping me. I think all that is menopause, and I would be okay. Do I have sweats at night? Yes, but it's not overwhelming. Do I need to order her nightgowns? I mean, I don't even know if that's if those are her nightgowns, the way she put it, if this other lady is the creator and designer, maybe Aisha's just the face of those clothes. But perhaps they should be a little sexier. I mean, that nightgown came to the knees and looked like something I could buy in Walmart. I mean, just kind of look a little, matronly, like something my grandmother would wear, and something, quite frankly, that I would wear. So if I see it in the store, perhaps I will, try it out. I think I covered everything I wanted to. I really enjoyed Belle Collective, and I'm looking forward to seeing it next week. And I better move on. I do have one more stop before I have to get to the house. And you can see I got my hair done today, looking good. And it happens to be a rainy day, so I've covered it up with my jacket and flattened it a little bit extra. With that said, be blessed. And remember to like and subscribe. Okay? And I'm glad this election is behind us. And we can move forward with the hope that we expect. Those who voted the other way and those who voted the right way. May we all be able to move on and live well and get what we want, because we made a choice. The choice is yours. Please subscribe. Peace and blessings. Sounding off, Teach Jackie.